All right, so today in class we started to talk about how to use our slope as far as graphing goes and in some of our equations. And so we talked specifically about slope-intercept form, and we discussed in class, anytime we have an equation that's written in this form, y equals mx plus b, all right, where the y is isolated by itself, the coefficient of x, that number that is attached to the x or is in front of it, is automatically your slope. Okay, and we proved this in class today. The second thing we proved in class today is this constant term over here, all right, is the y-intercept. And we proved all this in class today with our notes and some of the examples we looked at. So we're not going to get into the proof so much today or tonight. We're going to get into how to use that. And again, that's when we have an equation that's written in this y equals form. We can use those two pieces of information. All right, so if we look at our first example here, y equals negative 1/4 x plus 8. Right off the bat now, we know our slope is negative 1/4. And we also know our y-intercept is 0, 8. All right. Now, how can we use that to our advantage? Well, we can use that to our advantage when it's time to graph. Your other option, if you were asked to graph this equation, what we've been teaching you guys is to go through, build your little T-chart with x and y, come up with 3 sets, plot your points, and go. But now, using our slope and understanding how slope works from the previous lesson, okay, we got a point, 0, 8. We can put we know that the y-intercept is going to be on our line, so we can put that on there, and now we can just use our slope. If it has a slope of negative 1/4, remember that translates to down 1, right 4. Down 1, 1, 2, 3, right 4. Down 1, 1, 2, 3. Hey, there's my 3 points. Okay, there's my 3 points. I can automatically go right ahead, draw my line, and we're done. Equations graphed. Did not have to go through and build an XY table. Did not have to go through and guess and check until I came up with some pairs that worked. I can just use the information that we're given in the equation. And now I can get my graph, hopefully, much quicker. All right, example number 2. Now, we're not always going to be given our equations in our slope-intercept form. Sometimes we're given them in the standard form, 2x plus 3y equals 9. All right, we have 2 choices. Okay, A, you can rewrite. So I can take this equation and I can rewrite it into this form. Or B, go ahead and use your T-chart, make your X and Y table here, go ahead and guess and check and come up with combinations that make 9. You have 2 choices. All right, we've done this one many, many times, so if you're going to fall back and use your traditional table, I'm going to trust at this point you can do that. What I want to focus on is the rewrite. So again, recognizing if we want to get this in this y equals form, our goal is to get the y all by itself. So in order to accomplish that, we're going to subtract 2 x's from both sides. So that leaves us with 3y. These are not like terms. We cannot put them together, so I have to leave them as 2 separate terms. But again, notice also in our general formula, the x term is first, then our value, our constant, is going to be second. So I'm going to put the negative 2x in the front. This is a positive 9. Okay, so I'm just going to write that in this form. We can't combine these, so we have to keep them separate. The last thing I would need to do here, so that my y is all by itself, is divide by 3. Divide everything by 3. Y equals negative 2 over 3. We can just leave that, okay, because that's how we want our slope anyway, plus 9 divided by 3 is 3. There's our rewrite. Now we have it in our shortcut form. So what you have to decide, I guess, is this going to be as quick a process as it would be for you to keep guessing and checking numbers until you came up with a solution of 9. All right. The time you're going to spend here and the time you're going to spend here probably going to offset. So again, you just need to figure out what's going to be more efficient for you. But once we have our values, we know that the y-intercept, 1, 2, 3, we know that 0, 3 is going to be on the line, and now we can just, we've identified our slope as negative 2/3, down 2, right 3, down 2, right 3, okay. Also remember, okay, again, and I will, when we have our slope equals to negative 2/3, all right, that translates down 2, right 3. We can also do the exact opposite. Instead of going down 2, we can go up 2 and left 3. Up 2, left 3. Up 2, left 3. So again, not only can I graph my line, now I got 5 solid points instead of just 3 that we might only get with our XY table. Again, now I got 5 points I can connect, ensures a much better line as well. All right, so good luck on your homework tonight. Do the best you can, and as always, bring any questions to class tomorrow. Have a good night.